pass, and the Celtics have it. Irving. Inside, he scores.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
It's Curry controlling the offense. Goes to the right side. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Irving with the basketball. His team up by 1. To Irving. To Jaylen Brown. It's blocked by Boogie.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Count the bucket for 2.
Jason Tatum finished 3rd amongst all rookies in Rookie of the Year voting. But I say to you this. I agree with what Jaylen Brown had to say. If it was a one-on-one battle, who you taking, Jason Tatum or Donovan Mitchell? Jason Tatum or Ben Simmons? I take JT every time.
And splash. Klay Thompson, quick catch and shoot there for 3.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that 3 despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
To Green. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Look, it's still early. Make your opponent work for those possessions. You don't want to start racking up too many personal fouls.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. Ball's controlled by Boston. Over to the right side. Hayward. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Curry with the basketball. Lead. Curry. His first effort off the mark. Deep right corner. Thompson to Cousins. Oh, nice find for the basket.
That's the kind of defense they're going to play in him all night. Even though he made that shot, he knows there's nothing easy about this game.
Missed it. Not much more you can ask for from the defense there.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
People at home, did you know that Aaron Baines played rugby growing up? He knows no other way but to be physical on the court because that's how he leaves his mark.
Durant. Short jumper won't go down.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Irving to Marcus Morris. To Jaylen Brown. Going to launch beyond the arc. Tough shot there for Jaylen Brown. No good. Missed a wide open look.
I love when bad shooters make shots. If they run down the court saying, I should get the ball more, that's when you say, no, you're open for a reason.
To Irving. Fires the three. Off the mark. No good. And a pass stolen by Boston. Cousins up to block the shot. Warriors basketball.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Draymond Green will go to the line to shoot two.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Into the front court, it's Irving. Counting down towards a minute to play here in a very tight opening quarter. To Irving. Has a look. Oh, looks like everyone's getting into the action. Livingston across the timeline. The score 12-8. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. To Shaun Livingston. Thompson to Shaun Livingston. 5 to shoot for Golden State. Lets it fly from long range. He made his first effort, but not that time. Count it.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
It's Klay Thompson with the rock. To Shaun Livingston. Thompson. Warriors with 4 to shoot to Thompson.
The assist from number 9.
Gets off a 3 at the buzzer. Final short off the mark. And that does it for the first quarter. That's it for the first quarter. The Warriors with the lead. Time to turn the page after a close first quarter. Jay, what stood out?
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Warriors have the basketball. To Green. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Green doesn't need to score to be effective. He's a more skilled Dennis Rodman of this generation. He's an undersized student of the game who can guard positions 1 through 5, a rarity even in today's style. And let me tell you what he's going to do. He's going to disrupt your game plan and probably try to get under your skin. So stay composed and don't go for the bait.
Livingston to Thompson. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. We're a minute into the second quarter. Knocked loose. And it's Green, 4-2.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Rozier with it. They trail by 7. Out of bounds, last touch by the Celtics. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Thompson to Curry. To Durant. Layup goes down. Well done.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy legs.
Irving. Green. He was hacked. They let it go.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off two legs and expect the contact.
Durant. Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Irving. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. Thompson. Not easy.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Boston with the basketball. Irving to Horford. And the basket good at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Durant with the basketball up top. His team on top by 13. To the basket is Durant, but his shot stays out.
2 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Brown with it up top. His guys trail by 13. To Jaylen Brown. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
This game is so mental. Trust me, some nights you get poor effort defensively, you can't make any shots, then you see the ball go in, boom, switch turned on.
Screen coming. Curry. That's how you defend. Curry. Celtics have it. To Hayward. Probing the defense with another basket there. You look at Gordon Hayward, who does he remind you of in the NBA?
Paul George more so on the offensive end. He has the height and the sides to shoot over smaller guards. Plus, I love the fact that he utilizes his body. How about in his 7 years with the Utah Jazz, he made $53 million. You're seeing his game really blossom, which is the reason why Danny Ainge signed him to that 4-year, $128 million deal.
With some touch. Al Horford, give him the basket.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Cousins. Trying to cash in. Missed that one. You want to see more, knowing the defender was still right there.
I know this is going to sound crazy, but it's so hard to guard a bad shooter. Their form throws your pace off on how you defend it. Sometimes there's nothing you can do.
Durant. Smothering D.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Short jumper off the mark.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Straight on three. At the buzzer. That's it for the first half. The Warriors with the lead.
up after 2 quarters. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scores for the Golden State Warriors. The Celtics were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Blocks.
The Golden State Warriors came to play today, and the opposition knows it. All these blocks are more than just rejections. They're statements.
Player of the half.
Draymond Green has been making the competition look silly on the defensive end.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Irving brings the ball up court to Rozier. Here comes the screen. To Irving. Not that time. Curry to bring it up. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. To Thompson. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Klay Thompson equals a jump shooting metronome. Catch, plant, and shoot, and there's no wasted motion from the waist up, which leads to him being one of the most efficient players in the league. He's led the league for 3 seasons in a row in catch and shoot opportunities. You'll probably want to run him off the three-point line, force him to put the ball down on the ground and make a play.
Durant across the timeline. It's an 8-point lead. Thompson, they need something to go down. It's no good.
He had such a great first half, but obvious adjustments were made defensively to shut him down, and now he's really starting to struggle.
It's good. Something tells me they'll give him that shot again.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Inside, he scores.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Celtics have it.
I got him. Here we go. Here we go.
To Horford. And 2 more points. The defense had it.
And while the ball was still in his hands, a sidestep throws a defender off. People aren't used to seeing that type of footwork.
Hayward. Irving knocks it down.
Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
To Durant. Oh, Horford up to block the shot. Curry.
And that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Irving into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. Takes advantage inside after the miss from the perimeter.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Cousins. Curling inside. It's denied by Horford. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Celtics. New blood coming in for both sides. Thompson. The pass set it all up.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Here comes the screen. Irving. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
Oh, okay. I don't see any more phantom screens like I did in the first half. I actually see people being hit, which opens up three-point shooters to operate off those screens. It's all coming together.
Off the mark. Not a high percentage shot.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Not today.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Hayward. And he finishes at the rim.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
You know, someone had the audacity to ask Klay Thompson how he feels about being the third or fourth option, and I love his response. He said, I don't care. When you're as efficient as me, my paycheck warrants it. And I think about a game he had this past year. 88.4 seconds of possessions, 52 touches, 33 shots, 11 dribbles for 60 points just in 22 minutes proves the reason why Klay is Klay.
Iguodala to bring it up. His guys now trailing by a point to Green. Oh, had him going there for a second. Green scores from the post. Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. He knows he needs his bench. Brad Stevens turns to his reserves. Tough shot. Hand in his face. He makes them pay. Livingston to Thompson. Green off the mark. Surprised he took that one.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Irving, and it's rejected.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. Add 2 points to the board. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. The Celtics have the lead. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. It's Steph at the controls to Durant. Banks it in for two.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Here's Irving into the front court. Leads just a point. To Irving. to Marcus Morris. 4-3. They dared him, and he burns them.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a three is like shooting a layup.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Irving. He has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
Curry. And scores on the step back.
Ed, I'm telling you right now, that is the move of an assassin.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving to Jaylen Brown. He's looking for that touch. No good. The defender was a little too close for comfort. Kyrie across the timeline. Leads 5. Kyrie lets it go. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper. They'll get it down to Green. Swings it to Durant. For 3, that's a dangerous spot. Kevin Durant wide open. He nails it.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Irving to Hayward. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended. Curry.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Kyrie with the rock. Takes stock of the floor. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Missed the foul shot. Splash. Klay Thompson. Quick catch and shoot there for 3.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Irving to Horford. Off the mark. Well contested.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Irving with the basketball. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Durant with the basketball up top. Lead is 2. And he drains it.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. To Hayward. To Irving. Sizing up the defense. Irving to Hayward. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And a putback slam.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Durant across the timeline. Leads a bucket. Kevin Durant lets it fly. Warriors have it. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Durant with the basketball up top. His guys now down by a point. Curry to Shaun Livingston. 5 to shoot for Golden State. Stephen Curry with a look. Now a step back.
And that footwork was absolutely off the charts. Just that space, splash.
Irving to Hayward. Baseline drive. Hayward, the shot almost.
I'm not sure that the contest...
That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. Changes coming from both sides right now. It's blocked by Iguodala.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
It's the Warriors who get the victory as they just squeak this one out by a point. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Warriors got the win in a close game. And it's surprising. We got such a competitive game when they hit so many threes. But they did what was necessary to finish it off. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Golden State Warriors. Lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. They shot exceptionally well from beyond the arc, but even that long-range efficiency wasn't enough for them to get the win. Check out the leading scores for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Klay Thompson gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up.